Good morning, friends. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and we are back again. We're going to finish up this piece for Chenoa, and then we're going to look at what our next project is going to be. I have a couple of things in mind, but nothing that I can start today. All right, so I thought maybe, so I got the pictures from Mimi, and this is a little picture of her with her children, and it's real small, and I thought we would make that one of the charms. I can emboss it, and then the other, so this one printed out a lot bigger. It's bigger than what I wanted, but I think we can cut it down a little bit so that it fits a little better on the page. Let me find my, hi, big mama. How you doing? I'm looking for my little cutter thing. My little, and I know I've been putting everything away. So, oh, there it is right there. I put it in a different, so I'm going to cut this with a straight edge so I can get it really well done. So yeah, we're going to finish this up today. I have to send a couple more pictures to the printer, and I don't know yet how I can select multiple pictures and have them print all on one sheet. I haven't figured that out yet, but I will, just not today. All right, we're gonna cut this one down just a little bit so it's a little bit smaller because I have limited space on the front of. Still in your house coat. Hey, Pam. So yeah, I'm just trying to take this down a little bit. So there's her and her kids. Here's a little one that will emboss, and then there's another one. Hang on a sec. I got to go print it because I just love this picture. It's of Mimi and her daughter. And oh, always, every time I get in here. Photo size. I'm making these wallets, the 2x3. Hang on a second. More settings. Best print. Okay. And print. So this is what we're gonna do, and I'm wasting a lot of that photo paper, but you know what? I think I'm gonna keep that because I've got something else in mind for that. So we can put her and her kids, and then we can put this other picture that I have down here. Let me get back to. Thank you. Yeah, let's look at. Let me get some clear embossing powder. And we'll go ahead and do go. Embossing powder clear from Ranger. So let me get this other picture and I'll show you. Look at that. Isn't that just sweet? So let me cut this one out. I think we have to have that picture on here. But I do need to cut it down a little. I'm hoping that Mimi joins us today. She said she thought she would be able to. I didn't get it cut right up here at the top, and I also didn't get it perfectly. I know, isn't that a gorgeous picture? Now, she sent me some with other people, like I've got one of her husband here, but I just don't have room to put another one. Oops, I didn't get that cut straight. I'll have to recut that. I just don't have room for another one. I don't know what happened to this side. There's something about this part right here. Okay, let's see if we can get this cut straight. Mimi! Is she a stepdaughter, Mimi? It's a beautiful picture. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. The big flower we made. And then these two pictures like this on the front. What do you guys think? I can put some lace behind the pictures, and then this picture printed out. Oh yeah, I understand. I have a stepson, and I've known him since he was a baby, and I consider him my son too. So I have this little picture that came out really little, and good idea, Pam. Oh, I also can use it with alcohol ink. Photo paper does well. So what I'm going to do is emboss this piece, Mimi, and then I'm going to use it as a charm. Let's hope it works well on the photo paper. I've never done this before. So I could only really get 2 of those pictures on the front, so I don't have her husband. But do you think that will work, Mimi? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's yours. What do you think of that for a layout for the front? Hi, Cheryl. What do you think, Mimi? Do I need to do more with the edges? Do I need to put, there's not a lot of room to put like a frame around it. I had thought about, I wanted to get those pictures smaller, but okay. And then I'm going to try this ink dauber, and I have it. And I'm going to try embossing this. I don't know how this will come out. I don't know how the heat will work on the I've not used this before. I could use my glue stick, but I don't want that textury. She's going to treasure it forever. Oh, okay. Well, let's put this on here. I need to turn this over because I got the glue on that side. And okay, let's see what that does. I'm going to use the not the heavy, real hot glue gun because, and if this works, I may do those other photos as well so that they have a protective coating on them and they don't get scratched. We'll see if this works. I don't know why it wouldn't, but boy, this heat gun takes a whole lot longer than the other one. Okay, I didn't get it completely covered, so I got to do some more. But that's looking pretty good. I don't know if I want to do it on the big ones, though. Just not sure. All right, let's get some more powder on this. We'll do a couple of coats. So how'd the eye doctor appointment go? Mimi, the eye's doing all good? We sure missed you while you were gone. And here it goes. There. So it's got embossed. Can you see how it's shiny? It's got embossing powder on it. I'm wondering if I should do the back too because, you know, I am going to make this into a charm. So let's do the back too. Oops, I flipped it over. And I'll have to hold it up because if it melts again on the front, it'll stick. So I'll just hold it up. Mine went really well. Oh, good. There we go. Nothing so exciting as watching embossing powder melt, right? I think my heat gun has some hot spots, and I got to get the hot spots right near the... There we go. Now I only had one coat on the back, but I think that's okay. I think, look at that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go one more time on the front because I want it to really... I've got some thick embossing powders, but I was afraid they would make too much texture on the front, and I didn't want to ruin it. So let's do one more here. Make it nice and thick. All right, there we go. I like that a lot. There, nice and shiny. And we can put a little eyelet in it to hang it with. And then it's got some shine on the back too. So what do you think about that for a little charm, Mimi? Now, I could always print them again. Shall I try it on these, making them a little bit shiny? Because what it'll do is it'll protect it if these get scratched, because they are photos. And should we try it? Taylor's went good, had more testing done, and go back in 3 months. Trying to figure out why she's having optic neuritis, but no long-term damage done. Oh, good. Should we try embossing the bigger ones? Let's try it. Because I can always print another one. It's not like I don't have the originals if this doesn't work. It's not ruining. I was afraid maybe it would, I don't know what, smear the ink or something. And I'm not going to do the back of these because we're going to glue them down. So I'm just going to cover it really good. We probably will have to do 2 coats. And maybe I could use the hotter heat gun to make it go a little faster. Oh, really? I wish I could have got more pictures on here, but yeah, there's definitely some spots that it didn't pick up, so we'll have to do this again, but let me try the hotter heat gun. I just worry that it's going to melt that picture. But if I keep it moving enough, I just have to keep it moving. There it goes. Okay. There it goes. There's definitely a couple of spots that didn't get any embossing powder, but we'll go back over it. Oh, I like that. I like it with the embossing powder. All right, I'm going to try. I've got this ultra thick embossing enamel. I'm going to try it because, like I said, I can always reprint. Hi, Penny. We are We are finishing up the piece for Mimi's daughter, Chenoa. And I've got some pictures of her family because her family's very important to her. And so I've got these pictures from Mimi, and I'm actually embossing them because they're going to go on the front, and I'm afraid the pictures will get scratched if we don't protect them somehow. So I thought, well, let's put some embossing powder on there. And I tried it with a little piece at first because I had this little piece that I'm going to make a charm out of, and it worked fine on that. Okay, there's a little part on the little guy's face that still didn't get the powder on it. There we go. Now we got him. All right, let's melt this extra thick stuff and see how it comes out. Should be okay. It should be okay. Just hold it by a little tiny corner up here. Oh, this is really nice. It really makes it look like a glossy photo. Really nice. I really like this. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like a glossy photo. Now there's a little tiny bit right here on his face still that didn't get all the way covered. So that thick embossing powder is really nice. Oh, there's a piece on her face that didn't get covered too. So let's make sure we get that. And we'll reheat it one more time. And then I think that should be it. Then we'll do the other one. All right. Did you watch yesterday's video, Mimi? We made a lace flower for the front of her. All right. So that's that. Let that dry a little bit. Yeah, that came out really nice. It's nice and glossy, and it'll protect the photo. It won't, it'll protect the photo. All right, let's squeeze out a good bit of this because it doesn't, so here's a new trick for you. If you have photos that you want to put in your journals, but you don't want them to get, scratched up if they're actual photos, you can emboss them. Don't know that I've ever seen anybody do that before, but, and I'm using, I'll show you what I'm using here. I'm using Melt Art Ultra Thick Embossing Enamel from Ranger. And I do like this one better than the thin one because it gives a thicker coating faster. Well, you'll see it here in just a minute. Oh, some of that has already dried on there. Don't do that. This is the lace flower that we made yesterday. And it's got the purple in the middle. So that's going to go on the cover too with a couple of pictures. All right. Let me grab onto this so it doesn't go flying away. Whoops. Got a little bubble in the picture. I held it on there too long. But I think it's okay. Oh. All right. I think that's got it. Come on and dry. I don't think I need it. Ow, that's really hot. I don't think I need another. Well, maybe I do. Let's go ahead and put 2 layers because I did on the other and it just came out really nice. So let's do one more layer. And let's just kind of run that around in the embossing powder I already have. Hey, Vanessa. Holy cow. How come you haven't been to bed? That's not good for your body, you know. All right, that's a nice thick layer. All right, and then that should be, oops, I spilled it. Hang on, let me get this up because I don't want it melting onto my mat. So I'll put a little bit of water with it and then scoop it up with a paper towel. There we go. I don't want this melting onto my tile. All right. I know this isn't so exciting today, but we're getting some good stuff done and learning a new technique. Has anybody ever embossed pictures before? You could use a sepia color as well to give it that old-timey look. All right. Hi, April. So, all right. Now those are not going to cause a problem. Oh, that wasn't dry yet. Hang on. I got to remelt it. And if I can't get it, then I'll have to reprint this one. I don't know what I was thinking. I rubbed it on my shirt because there were some little stray pieces on there and I wanted to get them off. But it looks like this is remelting it and it's going to be okay. That gets really hot, you guys. Have this spot right down here that I want to have this spot that's showing kind of thick on here. I may have to redo this one. It's smoking. Yep, I got to redo this one. Okay. And what I may do is wait and do it afterwards because we've seen it and it's the last picture that's going to go down. So yeah, I ruined that one. Okay. So let's do this. Do we like this up in the corner and then the pictures down here? Now this one is dry, so I'm going to shine it up, buff it up a little bit. I like that. Shall we put that one down there? No, we had that one up here. And then I redone this one because I ruined it. But once I redo it, it'll go down here. And then the flower up here. What do you think of that? Do you like that layout, Mimi? Do you like that layout, Mimi? Oh, Mimi. Now, I had this other one that I was going to use as a dangle. We could put it, nah, I think that takes away. Kind of need a word up here, I think. Love it? Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue down this one. So I got to go today and get my fixins for my Thanksgiving dinner. We're not going to do anything major this year. It's just the two of us, although I do have a 20-pound turkey that has been in the freezer a year and I really do need to use it. So we're going to have that. I've got it thawing in the refrigerator. And then just a few side dishes, our favorites. Okay. Come on. Turn just a little bit. There we go. If you get fingerprints on there, because that is embossing, you can take a little rag and smooth it out. Okay, now, and then this will go, ooh. That's going to be too low. Because I don't want to cut any more of that picture off. And I'll just use my glue eraser down there on the bottom. There we go. That works, and I'm going to have to put a little more. In fact, you know what I think I'm going to do with this? I'm going to pull it off for a minute. I'm going to use some double-sided tape instead of the glue because I think it will stick better with the photo. So I'm just, and this is the score tape that I use. I found it to be the stickiest. Julie, hello. I think you've been here once before. Is that correct, Julie? So you guys, we need to do one more project for November. And we need to pick one more person who's going through a tough time and could use a little pick-me-up. So I need some nominations, and it doesn't have to be in the community. If there's somebody in your personal life, we can make it. I'll send it to you. And Mimi, I was planning on sending this to you. So that you could give it to your daughter. Hey, Donna. So does anybody have another person? So what we're doing, Julie, is in the month of November, every week we're making a project for somebody who just could use a pick-me-up. You know, they're just struggling, having a hard time, and could use a pick-me-up. And we're making a project for them. And then I'm, if it's somebody I know, then I'm just writing a little note that it's from our Art Before Breakfast group. And, oh, it's getting some little pock marks in it. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Let's hope it doesn't ruin it, because it's got some little, it's now starting to develop some little pock marks. I'll work on that. And if I have to redo it, I will. Because I don't know, maybe it's because I've been rubbing it. I don't know. Let's see. I really wanted this technique to work. So let me see if I can melt it again and if it'll get smooth again. Yes, it does seem to be getting smooth again. Maybe there were air bubbles underneath that are coming up. I don't know. But it's smoothing out again. So that's the good news. Okay. All right, it's all smooth now. Oh, Mimi, were you here when we finished the card for the inside? I don't think you were. Criminy. Yeah, that's not working, guys. Look at it, it's peeling up. I'm going to have to reprint those and figure out another way to do that, because that's peeling up. That's not good. So this is what we made. So scratch that idea. It didn't work so great. I may try it again and see if I can get it to work. This is the card we made. And this piece of fabric, Mimi, I used on the jelly plate and a stencil and some acrylic paint. I'm going to do yeah, I just don't know. I'll play with it offline, but you guys get the idea of what I'm going to do there. I'd like to have something covering it, but we'll see. So anyway, Mimi, this is fabric, and then we just made a little cluster with a purple flower and then put a little sticker down here, and we figured this was a good sentiment. She's blessed. So that's the card. And that goes, and we moved this to the front. We had the scrappy notepad in the front, but we moved that to the back and put this up here in front. All right, now this one, and maybe it's the thick embossing pattern, because this one seems to be okay. Maybe it's the thick embossing powder that it doesn't like. Maybe I just need to do layers and layers of the thin stuff. I'll figure it out. And then this is going to go down. Yeah, I'm going to do a whole series on using the jelly plate with fabric. But I need to get a big one first. I only have a 5x5, and I need to get the big 8x12, or 8x10, or whatever it is. All right, now let's put, ooh, I see a Brad in here that I might want to use, because you said she's a girly girl. Look at this little Brad I have. Can you see the sparkle on it, the shimmer? Come on. Focus for me. Can you guys see the shimmer? There it is. What if I put that right in the middle there? of the flower. It's a little sparkly. I'm going to cut the legs off of it. And put that right in the middle. What do you think about that? What do you think, Mimi? You like the sparkly? I'm putting it down because I'm anticipating that you're going to say you love. Okay, hang on. Got to stay down till the glue sets. And then we just need to put some charms, and like I said, I'll figure out this because yeah, this is all peeling up from the and I think the heat did do something to the photo. So maybe I can't use that extra hot heat gun. Maybe I just need to have patience and use the slower one. All right. So there's that. And maybe I can't, maybe I just put some acetate over that. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but let's look at some charms. So does anybody have a suggestion for who else we can do a project for? Where did that? I just had it. I just had it in my hand. Oh, I hate when this happens. There it is. Underneath the... So I was thinking about putting a little eyelet in here and then putting a little bit of chain so it dangles like from a chain, and then we could also put some beads on it or something. What do you think about that? But I want a little eyelet, not one of the big ones. There they are. What color shall we use? Black, bright copper, silver, or gold tone? Or like a brushed silver? What color do you think, Mimi? Not sure the gold goes with the purple really well. Silver always goes. We could do a silver one on there, and then I could find some little or like a gunmetal. Ooh, that looks good too. Let's do that one. Okay, let's do this one. And we'll put this on the little. Oops. I guess it would help if I got it on the hole punch and not the... There we go. And silver, yeah. I'm doing the like brushed silver though, so it's not a bright silver. I hope that's okay. And okay, that That didn't go down all the way. Let me grab a little hammer. I think my little photo is pretty thin. I probably should have glued that onto some cardstock, but it's okay. We'll get it. You'll get it. I want to be careful about hammering too hard or I'll tear my tile. All right, so there's that. Now what I need, hang on, I'll be right back. I'm going to go look for some chain and a jump ring. I need to get a little toolkit to keep over here in my paper area because I use tools so much. In my pieces. Gunmetal. Yeah. It's kind of a gunmetal. It's not a bright silver, although this jump ring is. And I got a big jump ring because I want it to be able to fit. And then I've got this little, this is stainless steel chain. And it's not going to fit on here. Pooh. Because it's too big. But I have another idea. I got a bunch of jewelry from Miss Cheryl. If I can find where it is. I think it's right around here somewhere. Like I said, I'm packing up my area. I bought some new shelves. They came yesterday, so I can work on that. And I think there was some heavier chain in that stuff she sent me that I could cut apart. I just can't find it. I can't find it. Hang on, let me go find a different chain. Cheryl, that jewelry you sent is in a box somewhere over here that I will need to unpack once I get set up again. But I cannot find it. Okay. Let me get some different chain. Maybe not a different chain, maybe just a smaller jump ring that will go through that chain. All right. Here we go, ladies. There's this. And This is a real thin jump ring, but it's not going to be on jewelry that you're wearing every day and taking off. I don't like to use these real thin ones on my jewelry. But for crafts, it's fine because, come on, because it's just going to, kind of stay in one place. All right. Whoops. Now, how did I do that? Well, it's got an extra little dangle on it. Let's see. How long do we want this? All right. So how about if we dangle this, and it's got an extra little dangle there that we could put another bead on. So let's see if I can get this through the chain, or I might have to do another jump ring. Let's see. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so I know. I know. If I have the mess, the problem is I had so much mess. I honestly was tripping over stuff to get to my desk and I almost fell and broke my neck. And I'm like, okay, something's got to be done here. I mean, I just had stuff everywhere on the floor and it was getting to be a hazard. So I really, really, really did need to. Okay. I have one string that didn't go through. Let me get that one through, and then we'll tie this on. And Mimi, like I said, I'm going to send this to you. Now, I know that Misty also wanted to send something to your daughter. And she asked me if I could get the address for Chenoa where I was going to send the book. And I haven't answered her yet, but I'm not going to send it to Chenoa. I'm going to send it to you and I'll let you, pass it on. So send me a message if you're okay with me giving Misty your address. And if you're not, I completely understand. I know you probably don't know her real well. Oh, look at that. Now let's put some beads on here. I have these glass seed beads that I bought. And they're purple. Let's see if I have a little dish I can put these in, and I need to get my needle. I don't know if they'll go through this. Nope, not quite. All right. I'll just have to thread it through. So I thought I would thread on some of these purple seed beads. I think I can get the thread through there. Yep. So I've got these, and I thought I'd put like 5 of them and then maybe put a knot. And then I can, okay, I'll give it to her. So first thing I got to do is put a little knot in here to keep these from sliding up and down. Okay, ladies, I really, really, really need you to help me pick somebody else who we can do a project for. Julie, do you know of anybody who's just, struggling right now and needs a pick-me-up. I still haven't heard back from, what's her name? Carol Tinson. I still haven't heard back from her yet. All right, I'm just tying some knots in here so we can keep these little beads in place. Then we'll go down the line and put a few more on. And that's another thing. Oh, got it too far down. That's another thing I can finish up and maybe surprise you guys. And I'll finish it up before I take the thumbnail picture for the video so you can see it. And then I'll show you tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's the day before Thanksgiving, you guys. Can you believe it? And there's only like 5 weeks left in this year. I'm doing that Marguerite Miller challenge, and I think I just did week 24. There. See? Doesn't that look pretty? Those little beads on there. So I did 3. Maybe I'll do 5. Yeah, I still haven't got an address for her. And I messaged her on her Facebook page. I have tried to reach out to admins, but it appears she's the only admin on her channel. And I reached out. Cheryl suggested one lady who posts all the time on there, and she thought, well, maybe she might know it. She messaged me back and said, sorry, I don't know it. So what I'm going to do is, if I don't hear from her soon, I'm just going to put her item in my ideas journal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll put her card in the ideas journal to keep it there, safe and sound, so it doesn't get, messed up. Whoops, I forgot to put the top knot in. So it doesn't get messed up, and then I'll have it if I ever do hear from her. I can send it to her. So, lesson learned, we need to pick somebody that we know we have an address for, but I really would love it if you guys would help me figure out somebody else. Actually, well, you touch ours too, Mimi. We love you, and I just thought this would be a fun gift. Oh, did I tell you guys I heard back from Beth Andrews? She sent me a really nice message, and I'm torn. I don't want to pull the whole thing up because she talks about some really personal things about her feelings, and I just don't know. I think she'd be fine sharing it with you guys, but if I put it out here, then it's out on the internet for anybody to see, and I'm just not sure that's the right thing to do. But basically, she said it helped more than we could know. She had just had to go pick up her son's ashes, and his birthday had been the Monday before she got it. So she was really, really having a tough time. So she said that it was, so thoughtful, and that when she was feeling up to it, she might want to come and visit us on Art Before Breakfast. And I told her that, I said, you're always welcome, even if you don't speak up and say anything. If you just need a pick-me-up and, watch something fun to distract your mind, you're welcome to come and hang with us and not even say a word. So we'll see. But she was so thoughtful, and she said it meant so much to know that, she wasn't alone, and she was just really, really grateful. So I thought I would share that with you guys. I know, isn't she? Mimi is such a blessing to everybody. All right, I'm at an hour, so I'm gonna finish this up, but and then I'll work on those pictures. So what sentiment should we put at the top of this book? Because I think it needs something here, don't you guys? I mean, if we have this and this, or maybe not. Maybe it's okay, just the way it is. But I kind of think a sentiment up there might be nice. Maybe one that says family. What do you think, Mimi? What shall we put? We have blessed on the inside. What do you guys think? Yeah, it really did touch her heart. Can I tell you guys, she is really, really, really grieving. I mean, really grieving. I mean, I think we would all grieve if we lost a child, but um, she's really in a tough place right now. And then she's got her grandson, who is the son who died. It's his son. So she's trying to, keep that going. All right. So there's that. We've got this little picture, and then we've got some beads. And then I thought we would put a little, um, I don't know, maybe a little button at the bottom, or a charm, or let's see what I have in my charms. If I have something little. Family's good? Okay. All right. I have got on the silver. Ooh, I've got a yucky spider there. I want to get something kind of small because this isn't really big. Ooh. I've got these little roses. Do you like one of these little roses, Mimi? Let's see what I've got in here. Oh, here's a little tree of life. Oh, no, that's a peacock. What do you think about a peacock on there? Um, or I have a little dog paw. You like the peacock? Okay. I'm not going to go through all of these. We'll just put the peacock on there. Because, oh, was that yes to the peacock or yes to the rose? Yes to the peacock or yes to the rose. Well, we could put them both on there because I got another string. And I'm going to cut this one off a little bit. Any will be good. Okay. So I'm just going to tie this at the bottom. And then so I mentioned that I have a couple of things that I want to do with you guys, new techniques. I watched a video last night of a way that this woman used leaves to print leaves onto paper, and it was something I had never seen before, and I want to try it. I want to try it before I try it on camera, because it worked well for her and it looked great, but I just want to try it first, and then we'll do that here. I'm going to cut this string off. All right. So there's those two. Now, what I'm going to do is pretty much the same thing. So we've got that hangs down quite far, actually farther than I thought it would. But that's okay. And then I'm going to do a shorter one with maybe just a charm on it and no beads. In fact, I'm just going to do that now. We'll put one of these kind of gunmetal-y colored roses on here. Oops. And I'm just going to bring this way up to the top, up here, so that it falls about right there. Well, I'm putting both of them on, Mimi. So you get both the rose and the peacock. All right. So there we go. There are the charms. We've got a rose. We've got the beads and the peacock. What do you think about that? And then we've got the picture. You think she'll like that? And then I've got this little bit of chain back here. I might do something on there. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find family. I may have to print it because I don't think I have any more. I'm going to fix these photos. That one's looking okay now. I don't know. I'm going to play with the photos. I may not put the embossing on there. So that's really not a new, see, when I bend it, it just peels right off. Sorry, Mimi, I'm messing up your face. So maybe that thick stuff, maybe I just need to go back to the thin stuff. But we've got some charms here. We've got the two pictures. I'm going to put family up here. And then on the inside, we have the card, which I will write on, and then I'll get this in the mail to you. It probably will go out tomorrow. Oh, you know what I could do on the very back? I could put a couple more pictures. I could, because I want to put the one with her and her husband too. So I'll put a couple more pictures on the back. All right, so we're at an hour, 9 minutes. So I'm going to do some more work on this, and then I'll post it, and I'm happy you like it, Mimi. I love this little charm. That's the little picture. It's just so cute. So stinking cute. All right. You guys, I love y'all. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up. And we'll get ready, and I'll have this all done by tomorrow, and we'll put this one to rest. So help me out, ladies. Is there somebody who would be happy to have a pick-me-up? Do you know of anybody in the community that's like struggling and could use a pick-me-up? What do you guys think? I need another name. Love it. Okay, well, I'm going to, work on the front a little more. I'm going to have to take these off and it'll probably tear, but I'll put another one down over the top of it. So, or maybe I'll just put one over the top of this and let it stand up a little bit. So anybody have a name of anybody, if you've been into, other channels and seen or heard people that are having hard times? Yeah, this doesn't, this thick stuff is not working. Julie who? Which Julie? So beautiful and girly. Yeah. Well, that's what Big Mama said. I mean, I'm reading your name. That's what Mimi said. Her daughter's real girly. Well, she's in here. She'll know. What's Julie's challenges right now? Help us understand. And then, yes, and I assume you have an address for Julie because we definitely would need that. Take off this extra glue here. It'll come right off. I'll probably just put the other picture right on top of this. But I don't think it's going to work with this embossing. Unless I made it a lot stiffer where it wouldn't bend. All right, well, we'll think about it. We'll talk about it next time. Vanessa, if you want to message me and tell me, what Julie's got going on. I want to do one thing really quick, and I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys one thing, if I can find it. Where is my box of trim? There it is. What about a piece of trim, and then we could put another little button down there. I can't follow. She just had surgery. Okay, I know. It's hard to follow chat. What do you think about that? Just right there at the edge. Trying to get it straight here. All right, I'm going to play with it. You guys give me license to do some stuff if I need to do it, if I feel a need. Because I may want to put some of that trim that matches this trim on the inside. All right, everybody have a wonderful day. I love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow with a finished piece for Miss Chenoa. And then let's think about Julie McDonald is maybe a good one. All right, see y'all later.